Trapped in the Belly of the Beast. The third episode of The Walking Dead Season 1, Tell It to the Frogs, doesn't wait long to crank up the tension. Picking up the pieces after the nerve-wracking rescue in Atlanta, the episode zooms in on the emotional aftermath, splintered loyalties, and a world where survival hinges on both muscle and moral reckoning. Rick's reunion with the group is anything but calm, and you can feel the storm brewing under every word, every stare. He may have made it out of the city by the skin of his teeth, but out here in the camp, new dangers and old ghosts are waiting to rear their heads. When Rick finally finds his wife Lori and son Carl alive and well, it's a moment charged with relief, until you catch the look on Shane's face. Turns out Shane had led everyone to believe Rick was dead, and he and Lori had gotten a little too close in the meantime. Lori's cold shoulder and Shane's twitchy defensiveness say more than words ever could. The cracks are beginning to show, and they're not the kind that can be patched with a hug. Meanwhile, back in the city, the aftermath of leaving Merle Dixon handcuffed to the rooftop starts to gnaw at the conscience of some in the group. Especially T-Dog, who had tried to do the right thing but literally dropped the key. The guilt eats away at him, and it's clear the decision is going to come back to bite. Maybe not today, but soon and hard. No one walks away from choices like that without consequences catching up. Daryl Dixon, Merle's hot-headed brother, gets introduced with all the subtlety of a hammer to the face. He's a hunter, a tracker, and a man with a chip on both shoulders. When he finds out what happened to Merle, all hell breaks loose. Daryl is a wild card, loyal to his blood, but not exactly a team player. His fury throws the group into a tailspin, and just like that, the already fragile unity starts to unravel at the seams. Rick, ever the man of conscience, insists they go back to the city to retrieve Merle and the guns he dropped near the tank. The idea is met with mixed reactions, but Rick won't budge. His moral compass might be solid, but it's also becoming a liability. When you're knee-deep in the apocalypse, sticking your neck out for someone who called you pig isn't exactly playing it safe, but Rick's not wired to sit on his hands while someone else suffers, not even someone like Merle. The episode swings between tense camp moments and the dark, claustrophobic feel of the city. Each trip back to Atlanta feels like walking a tightrope over a pit of snarling walkers. The mission to retrieve Merle goes sideways almost immediately. The rooftop is empty, the handcuffs severed. Merle is gone, but the blood trail is fresh. Panic sets in, not just for what happened to him, but what he might do next. Back at camp, tempers flare and nerves fray. Ed, one of the more toxic presences in the group, crosses the line one too many times, and Shane snaps. What starts as a confrontation quickly turns into a brutal beatdown. Shane pummels Ed in front of everyone, his rage bubbling to the surface like a pot ready to boil over. It's not just about Ed. It's about Lori, about losing control, about everything that's spiraling out of his grasp. As night falls, there's a calm before the storm that doesn't last. The walkers come like a hammer in the dark, silent, sudden, and deadly. They tear through the camp, and by the time it's over, blood has been spilled, lives lost, and innocence shattered. Amy's death hits especially hard, bitten just before her birthday, taken in the blink of an eye. The group stands in stunned silence, the weight of the new world pressing down harder than ever. Episode 3 reminds us that no place is truly safe anymore. The walls may be invisible, but the threats seep through every crack. The walkers may be the obvious danger, but it's the fraying human bonds, the unchecked grief, and the reckoning with past sins that really keep you up at night. In The Walking Dead, surviving the dead might be the easy part. It's surviving each other that cuts the deepest.